Welcome back to the series where I will be teaching you how to start your own robotics team. Please remember that this is based on a combination of my own experiences along with online research. Some of the things I talk about in these videos might not fit your exact situation, so feel free to adapt my advice to suit you. In this video, I'm going to be going into the programming subteam. In the previous video, I went everything related to build and CAD. In this video, we are going to be covering what programming language to use and how to program a robot before build season. Just like with build, your goal pre-build season is to prepare. First of all, you've got to figure out what programming language you're going to be using. Different robotics programs use tons of different languages, so you're definitely going to need to do research on your own. In general, though, I would look at which language is both the easiest to use and has the most support. For example, in FRC, there are 3 approved programming languages to use. They are LabVIEW, Java, and Python. While Python is definitely the easiest of the programming languages to use, a little research would find that it has only been an approved language for about a year or so, and a lot of the support, such as extensions, are not as extensive as the ones for LabVIEW or Java. I would recommend starting off with Java as a rookie team and seeing about switching to Python in a year or so when the support is there. Just like with deciding what CAD program to use, this is going to take a lot of research. Honestly, I would say this one will take even more, and it is a bigger decision to make, as there is a lot more variety between programming languages than CAD software, at least in my experience. Some robotics programs only have one approved language, which means you don't have to go through any of this decision process. Once you know what programming language the team will be using, start the team members off on lessons. Find tutorials online, use resources that the robotics program provides, or have a more experienced member teach the others. You want them all to have a pretty good grasp of the language and UI before build season starts. You also need to figure out how the programmers are going to work together. If your team is tiny, maybe you only have one programmer and you don't need to worry about it. GitHub is a really good tool for sharing code, but you can also just have people peer programming on one computer, depending on what coding language you're using. Build season. Your programmer should help with designing the robot at the beginning of competition. As soon as a general design is reached, they should start on basic code. Get the drivetrain coded first, so once it's finished being built, it can be used immediately. Sometimes when build is working on coding the robot, the programmers might get to be electricians, but it kind of depends on the speed at which the subteams work. Similar to build, make sure the work is split up accordingly and you are sticking to a timeline. We're going to skip ahead here to the end of the build season. Really, the only thing programming needs to pack is a laptop with the most recent version of the code on it. And that's all for this video. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one.
Created using Powtoon.